You know the feeling. The lights are low, the screen is massive, the sound is rumbling in your chest, and you're about to be transported into a $200 million fantasy. But first, you have to survive a real-world horror movie. The trip to the concession stand. You walk up, ready for a treat, and then you see it, the menu. A glowing monolith of financial dread. $8, $10, $12 for a bucket of popcorn. A snack that costs pennies to make is being sold for the price of a fancy lunch. You do a quick, panic calculation in your head. You feel a wave of financial vertigo. You ask yourself, am I being ripped off? And the answer is, yes, gloriously, spectacularly, unapologetically, yes. But the reason why it will change how you see movies forever. Today, we're not just looking at the price tag. We're exposing the entire business model behind the most profitable legal hustle on the planet, movie theater popcorn. And the secret math behind it is a masterclass in psychological pricing that is even crazier, and frankly, more brilliant than you think. To understand the popcorn, you first have to understand the theater's dirty little secret. They barely make any money selling you the movie itself. It sounds completely insane, but it's the fundamental truth of the industry. When a new blockbuster like a new Avengers or Star Wars movie comes out, the giant Hollywood studios have all the leverage. They can demand up to 85, sometimes even 90% of the ticket sales from the crucial opening weeks. Let's make that real. You buy a $15 ticket. On opening weekend, the studio might take $12.75 of that. The theater, they get to keep a measly $2.25. From that, they have to pay their staff, their astronomical rent or mortgage, their electricity bill for those giant projectors, and their insurance. After all that, they might be left with just a few cents of profit per ticket. It's a brutal business. The movie on the screen isn't their real product. It's the lure. It's the incredibly expensive, flashy bait they use to get you in the door. The theater doesn't see you as a moviegoer. They see you as a captive popcorn customer who might also watch a film. That bucket of salted, buttery gold isn't a snack. It's their entire business model. It's their mortgage payment. It's their survival. So, how much are they really making? Let's build it from the kernel up. It all starts with the corn. Theaters don't use the stuff you get at the grocery store. They use a specific type of kernel, usually a butterfly or snowflake kernel, because it pops into a bigger, more regular shape that looks more impressive in the bucket. They buy these kernels in colossal 50-pound bags from wholesale distributors. A quick search shows a 50-pound bag costs about $40. Now, a large serving of popcorn uses about 4 ounces of unpopped kernels. A 50-pound bag has 800 ounces. So, we do the math. That's 5 cents an ounce. For a 4-ounce serving, the grand total for your popcorn kernels is 20 cents. But wait, you say, what about the movie theater magic? The butter, the salt, that mysterious golden heart-stoppingly delicious liquid they pump all over it. That's gotta be expensive, right? Wrong again. The secret is 2 things. First, a superfine salt-like seasoning called flavacol. It's a blend of salt artificial coloring and artificial flavor. Its secret power is that the powder is so fine it sticks to the popcorn, whereas regular salt would just fall to the bottom of the bucket. A carton of this stuff costs about $5 and will season literally hundreds of batches. The cost per serving is less than a penny. Then there's the butter. It's not actually butter. It's usually a butter-flavored soybean or coconut oil, specifically engineered to have a high smoke point and the classic movie theater taste. A giant 1-gallon jug costs about $25 and contains enough oil for over 120 servings. That comes out to about 20 cents of butter per serving. So, all the food ingredients in your giant popcorn, the corn, the salt, the color, the oil cost a grand total of 41 cents. But we're not done. Here's the kicker, the part no one thinks about. The bucket, that fancy, glossy, branded bucket with the movie logo on it, that can cost the theater up to 50 cents. That's right, you are literally paying more for the cardboard than you are for the corn. The container your food comes in costs more than the food itself, okay? The moment of truth. Let's add it all up. 20 cents for the corn, 21 cents for the flavor, 50 cents for the bucket. The total cost of goods sold for your $10 bucket of popcorn is $1.11. So, you paid $10 for something that cost the theater $1.11 to make. To calculate the profit margin, we take the price, subtract the cost, divide by the cost, and multiply by 100. So that's 10 minus 111 divided by 111, carry the 1, and we get an 891% profit margin. Let me say that again, 891%. For every dollar the theater spends making you popcorn, they get almost $9 back. It is, without a doubt, one of the highest profit margins of any retail product on earth. But this is where we peel back another layer of the genius. It's not just about the profit margin. It's about how they get you to buy the most profitable item. It's a psychological trick called the Decoy Effect. Have you ever noticed the pricing? A small popcorn is $8, a medium is $9, and a large is $10. Your rational brain says, I don't need a medium. For just $1 more, I can get the large. And that's exactly what they want you to think. The medium popcorn is the decoy. It exists for the sole purpose of making the large popcorn look like an incredible deal. They don't actually want to sell you the medium. They want to sell you the large, which has the highest total profit for them, even if the percentage margin is slightly lower. You walk away feeling like you got a bargain, while they walk away with the maximum amount of your money. It's brilliant. So why do we, as a society, put up with this? Because this ripoff isn't a bug in the system. It's the entire system. It's a classic business strategy called a loss leader, just in reverse. A grocery store might sell milk at a loss just to get you in the door, knowing you'll buy other higher margin items. The movie theater sells the high margin item, the popcorn. To make up for the loss they take on their main attraction, the movie. Think of it like this. The movie ticket is the cheap razor handle, the popcorn, the soda, the giant box of candy. Those are the wildly expensive recurring razor blades. You can't have one without the other. The soda, by the way, has an even higher margin, often over 1,200%. The candy is lower, but it's still pure profit. This concession stand model is why theaters can afford to exist. You're not just buying popcorn. You're paying a voluntary surcharge to keep the lights on and the magic flowing. So, let's look at the bigger picture. Imagine a single movie screen in a multiplex on a decent Friday night. Let's say it sells 100 buckets of the large popcorn. At a profit of nearly $9 per bucket, that one screen just generated $900 in profit from popcorn alone. In one evening, the ticket sales for that screen might have only netted them a couple $100. The popcorn isn't just supporting the business, it is the business. So, the next time you're at the concession stand, staring at that menu with a sense of dread, you have a choice. You can see it as a blatant ripoff, or you can see it for what it is, a brilliantly effective time-tested survival strategy. A salty buttery subsidy that powers the entire magic of the movies. It's a silent contract you make when you walk through the door. So yes, you are being fleeced, but you're being fleeced for a very good reason. You're a patron of the arts, the art of the 900% markup. The popcorn is just the beginning. The world is filled with these hidden profit margins, these silent contracts we agree to every day. So I want to know from you, what's the most overpriced thing you consistently pay for? Is it that $5 cup of coffee? A $3 bottle of water at a concert? Let me know in the comments below. We're building our list of future investigations. And if you want to understand the economics of the food truck hustle, or the mind-bending illusion of the luxury watch industry, make sure you're subscribed for our upcoming videos. Thanks for watching The Profit Margin.